Peter, it's experts saying we'll be flat out building what Labor's talking about anyway, and that was before this announcement saying uni should build more as well. So it's not actually my view I'm putting, it's people in this industry saying we're already flat chat.
We need to build and build more housing because there is a housing crisis, there's an affordability crisis, and the crux of that is supply. So if that means we've invested $32 billion into this, if that means more housing, more building, more construction workers coming in, I'm all for it.
The Greens say they wouldn't repeat that they support a two-state solution, just that it was a long way away now. Is that becoming a fair enough response? I mean, does anyone think there's any progress at all on the horizon for a two-state solution?
Well, I'm a bit flummoxed by this, Tom, because a two-state solution is really the only way that you're going to achieve an end to the sort of endless cycle of violence and war in that region and achieve a lasting peace. It's been long-standing bipartisan policy for decades, and frankly, I'm not trying to understand here. If it's not a two-state solution, what is Adam Bent advocating for? What is he and his party advocating for? What exactly is it they stand for? I think that's a really important question because, I'm concerned. I'm actually concerned, Tom, about social cohesion in this country. Political leaders, members of Parliament have a responsibility as public figures. What we say and what we do actually matters. And then you've got this situation where we're trying to protect our multicultural society, and you've got the Greens lighting a match and throwing it into the bush and watching the fire burn, fomenting that kind of disruption to social cohesion. That needs to be called out. They need to actually stand for something and explain what it is they advocate for.
More reports today of a strike on Rafah conducted by Israel, killing, it's believed, 35 civilians. What is your view on Israel carrying out these strikes on Rafah that is against the desired and expressed wishes of Australia and the US?
Yeah, and the loss of life, the innocent loss of life has been tragic and continues to be a tragedy in this war. And this is why we are so committed to finding an end to this conflict, a durable, sustained ceasefire where all hostages are released, where there's an end to the fighting and the conflict, where there can be an alleviation of the suffering of the Palestinian people, and a move towards a transition beyond war. We were talking about the two-state solution. So, look, I think the negotiations are ongoing. They've restarted again around a ceasefire, which is encouraging to hear. And as you might have mentioned, I think you mentioned the ICJ ruling, and we've said very clearly as a government, it's important for Israel to abide by all of the statements around making sure there's humanitarian relief, access to humanitarian relief that came out of that judgment as well.